And when the real world becomes so onerous, so oppressive, so exploitive, and you engender that kind of despair, and all the writers of totalitarianism ground the rise of totalitarian movements, Hannah Arendt, Fritzner, all of them, in despair, which is what's happened to a significant part of the country, then you reach out for magical thinking. That's what Trump offers. None of it is coherent, but fascism's not really a coherent ideology. Thesselwaite, in his book Male Fantasy, talks about how it's really at its core about hypermasculinity. If you look at Trump as a cult figure, in Margaret Singer's book, Cults and Our Myths, it's about endowing your cultish leader with omnipotent power to do anything.
Let me push back a little bit, because I hear this a lot, and I don't disagree that there's a cultish tenor to much of what we see in the Trump rhetoric and the rhetoric of his followers. But sometimes I worry that using the language of cult makes it seem as if his followers are misled, that they have the world wrong, and that they're always operating against their interests. What do you say to the person who says, well, look, yeah, that might be true in part, but Trump is also advancing policy initiatives that actually are in line with their ideology, whether it's the anti-LGBTQ stuff, whether it's the anti-DEI stuff. There are people who fundamentally believe in what Trump is selling, and they're not being misled. They simply believe things that are in line with his movement.
Well, those are the cultural kind of targets that have been picked out to, I think, mendaciously explain the despair and the economic immiseration that these people live in.